Cool. Looks like the
Haha, there
logo
we
worked.
go.
Great.
Yeah, that was perfect. Well, I think last time was half my stupid system's fault because on my screen I saw it start and pause halfway through the video. So I thought, oh no, that's not cool. We could better watch it again. And then I see the replay and realize that I made all of you watch it twice. But hey, it's an awesome logo. So
That's how it goes. So this is
yeah,
a quick test stream. I reposted your post on Twitter, so
beauty.
hopefully my people can see it too.
Yeah, I'm
So yeah,
sure.
so
At the very least, it's
let's
showing up.
just
So that's good to hear.
last time you were coming in fuzzy. You look like you're coming in crystal clear now.
Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, I
Whatever
mean,
you
again,
changed,
I'm
I
only
think worked.
yeah, yeah. Well, so part of the story there, I mean, for everyone and not just you, but we just got very unlucky, it seems, with my service provider. They had a mass outage that started about half an hour before our streaming. So I just thought my system was running a bit slow, but not that bad. No, it turned out my internet was bottomed out the whole time.
Okay.
And that's why, about an hour and a half into our very first stream, suddenly the quality just skyrocketed, and I could not be more upset. I had no idea. I had no idea everyone out there was watching just this terribly fuzzy lagged. Oh yeah, I am so
Your
sorry.
audio was okay. I was too quiet. I was way too quiet on
Yeah,
the last stream,
I
like
thought you were
audio
fine
wise.
from the replays. It seemed, but yeah.
I turned myself up on the replays.
I see.
When I made those little clips, I had to turn myself up.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what those watching say. But yeah, if you're watching now, feel free to comment on YouTube or X. Let us know if everything looks okay. We just wanted to test our systems, before our next few streams coming up. We got some fun ones. Very excited
Yes.
for our next few guests. Yeah.
Next
So
week will be fun.
yeah, yeah, and not to guilt. Well, you know what? Absolutely to guilt anyone. So if you're watching this right now, next week we're going to be streaming again on my birthday. So you better be. I mean, come on, it's your birthday gift to me, or you can buy my book, or you can do both. But be there, right? So that's gonna be fun. Special guest for that is none other than Beard of Darkness, Matt Sorensen. So we're very excited for that next Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
It'll be good. We'll have some surprises. One of which, your name is also Isaac Anderson.
Oh,
When
you're
I
absolutely
when I logged in,
when you logged in, you changed it. I didn't
I
see
changed
that.
it to my name because I was going to lead the stream, but then we decided you were going to lead the stream. So I guess we forgot to change the name back.
Yeah, there we go. Let's do that really quick. And of course, if I'm putting my name anywhere, it has to be with. There we go. There we go. As it should be.
Everything is right in the world. Now, here's the other thing I wanted to test. Last time I tried to play some music from the Soundcaster here, the Rodecaster, and it was like, I don't know. Can you guys hear this?
Quiet. I remember it came very quiet by comparison.
Can you hear that at all?
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh.
Did I lose Tim?
You're freezing in and out on my side, but I can hear the yeah. So I wonder if anyone watching can let us know on the stream end if it could be my connection, maybe, but it shouldn't be. I've
interesting. You hear noise right now?
Yeah, you're good.
What do you hear?
I
don't hear anything.
I hear water.
You hear what? Okay. So this is why I set this for audio in and out, so I could hear the stuff as well. Interesting.
Yeah, because we tested that and realized that it was creating an echo. That's a bummer.
Okay. I'll stop the water.
Yeah, but hopefully we can figure out a way that you can hear what you put in.
I think what I can plug in a little thing here to have a second audio bud. I could jerry rig it.
Well, the other thing
is not that big of an issue.
Let's see. Well, we already tested one song through the countdown, and that seemed to work fine. But the other one we played during our game last time. Let's see. I max out the volume.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah, that's coming in good. Yeah, so that's fun. I love that. I love this music you and your brother did up. It's just peak. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan.
Cool.
Yeah. Are we missing anything? Things to test. Transitions seemed fine. right? From the countdown to the logo to this. Yeah, so I don't think we need to test that all that much. Yeah, I guess now it's just a matter of seeing how the quality comes out on X and on YouTube. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's going to be the big one. Yeah, I
I'm
didn't hear.
able to
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, no, I was just gonna say I didn't hear from anyone who watched the stream live, but I'm assuming the quality was just as bad then as it was
I'm
uh,
able
the
to
replay that
go
went
ahead.
live. So, but I hopefully we get the same quality between what's live right now and what shows up when we post it.
Right, yeah.
No.
Can you still hear me? I changed something. Can you still hear me?
Yep, you're good. Still crystal.
Okay, I hear you good. Now can I hear the water? I can't hear the water.
Oh, you can't. I can.
Oh well. I thought maybe that fix it.
Shucks. We will figure it out. That's why we're doing this, folks. We're testing out some of our systems, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Murphy's Law. Something like this has to happen. Things like this have to happen our first few times around. But you know, with practice and time, we'll figure out the little kinks. Yeah,
Cool.
minus little hiccups. Restream seems like a really fun system. It's
Restream is fun. I do like Restream.
yeah, like I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan. Um, Very cool how they charge different amounts depending on how many channels you want to connect, but they let guests connect as many as they want, it seems. I mean, David Batarina was able to come on and connect 5 separate channels, which is pretty
Wow.
wild when you think about it, right? Yeah, so we got a fun thing going here, and it's gonna be, yeah, a few guests coming up. We're aiming every 2 weeks. We'll keep posting, clips in between guests and overlapping as the numbers add up. We've got, one guest a week from now, another guest 2 weeks after that, and another guest lined up a few weeks after that. But we'll keep reaching out, seeing who wants to come on. You can always reach either of us on X by DM. I think it's probably the easiest way if you're interested at all.
Yes.
Yeah,
And if you find me in real life, you can be on the show too. That's your challenge.
That goes for me too, but I make it tricky to find, unless you catch me at the coffee shop. Oh man, but
And
don't
no,
bug
this stream is not sponsored by Chick-fil-A
me.
at the moment.
Something to aspire to. Yeah, we got to start talking about sponsors. I was on I got to look up the name again. Um, I was on a podcast last night that'll go live in about 2 weeks. And it was really funny because they were listing off their sponsors, and I remember thinking, "Ooh, there's a
Sponsors.
yeah potential for all caps."
We
Was
could
good.
get sponsored by Reedsy.
Yeah, there we go.
I've never used Reedsy, but I see them a lot.
I used their they have a $50 Readsy Discovery thing where you pay the $50 and they put your book into a review pile. And if someone picks it up and reviews it, and I think the standard is with video. My first book, I did that,
Oh.
and it got a decent video. I mean, the review was mixed. A lot of positive, a bit of negative stuff I actually needed to hear at the time. It was very helpful. But that's the thing; it went live in their system from that day forward. So that
Wow.
was it was only one review, but it got me some decent exposure. Some other people in Reedsy saw it, liked it, and I think
Sounds like we need to get Reedsy as a sponsor then.
yeah, there we go. Well, the
You're
funny
best
thing
friends
too
with
is
them.
I'm always talking with people. I was talking with students this past semester, and I guess the one before because I taught an editing course at the college, and I was talking about freelance editing. So one of the things I mentioned was on places like LinkedIn, you can see opportunities. One of which I always see is Reedsy has their open offer for editing services or hiring editors. But then you look into the system itself, and they're looking for I want to say like 5 years or something like that experience, and they also want a list of 5 clients. Uh, with their current number of reviews and just a general sense
Right.
of the quality there, which brings up an interesting just thing to wrestle with as an editor, uh, as a freelance editor for almost exclusively indie authors. um, and the tricky part there and this is not a slight against clients at all, because I've worked with some really fantastic authors. Um, but to me, this is a great part of it. So this isn't even a complaint. It's just a fact of the matter is that the authors I work with can choose to ignore as many of my comments as they want, and they have my absolute blessing to do so, right? I try to word and phrase and give feedback and corrections and track changes all in a way that is easy to follow, but also and tells them why I think this is correct, where I think they've gone astray, whether in terms of grammar or clarity or effectiveness, right? But ultimately, it's still their story. And so if they chose to ignore everything they could, and but then at that point, if I'm, putting something on my portfolio as an editor saying, "Oh, here's something I edited," and the final product looks nothing like the comments I gave, or huge glaring errors, made it through that I had addressed, but the comments were ignored, which again, totally okay for an author to do that.
Yeah.
But it makes it hard for you as an editor to maybe, present all of your portfolio as opposed to cherry picking the ones that came out really strong.
Isn't that true of like all editors? Like, can't we ignore them and publish anyway?
Less so for traditional. If you're going through a traditional
Well,
publisher,
yeah. Traditionally,
yeah,
if
that's more
they're
what I
putting
meant.
their stamp on it, yeah, they
Yeah,
gotta be happy.
yeah, that's who I'm comparing to. So there, if your editor, says change this, you're kind of busted. Which is part of why a lot of us go indie, because we don't want to make some of those changes that editors
Yeah.
force on authors.
It looks like Nathan here has he's best friends with the CEO of Rigsy. Uh Nathan, put a good word in for us.
Yeah, we need the sponsors. Gonna open this on Twitter here. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, but oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, looking at it on my phone, the quality seems nice and good. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Again, that's just on X, though. I can't verify. Well, yeah, let me check YouTube really quick. But yeah, how are the comments looking? Seems everything's good, eh?
Yeah, comments look good. We're only getting comments from X right now. Oh, here's
Mm,
a YouTube. Joanna Hayden. Quality's pretty good, she says.
nice. That's good to hear. Um, yeah, view channel. Seeing us right now, that's awesome. Quality on this one is pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So it seems the problems are sorted out. I think again, the main cause seems to have been the my internet service provider, and I've taken some steps, gave them some calls, got some feedback on what I could change, uh, improved the direct connection. So I brought up a sub router to my actual office and connected that by Ethernet as opposed to hosting
Nice.
before. Yeah. So I think on that front we should be okay going forward. Yeah, I'm still keeping my eye on it though, because I did some. I don't want to knock my provider. Don't want to get a negative sponsor, but I've heard horror stories in this case, and they did make some changes to their services over the past few years that that made me consider changing providers back to who I had before. It may come to that. For now, I'm going to give them a chance. It seemed, and I changed some things on the browser too, because Restream
Mhm.
runs through Chrome. So one thing I did was get rid of any old extensions that weren't active, but I just want to make sure there's nothing like that clogging it up. I changed the
I'm
memory
running through
settings.
Firefox.
Okay. Yeah, like I've always had a good experience with Chrome, but the one thing is that because it runs tabs separate operations or whatever the proper term is, they do take up more memory. So there are memory settings you can use to get rid of that. Plus, I don't have any tabs open, so that's from now
Mhm.
on. I'll run everything from my phone or my tablet for keeping notes open, things like that. And otherwise, no other programs open. Everything in the background is off. I'm not anticipating any issues going forward, but we'll see.
Cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident. We probably should have done this before our first show
Yeah.
just to get
Yeah.
all the kinks out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you live and learn. And we thought we tested a good amount on the back end.
We didn't listen to ourselves though. We
Yeah,
didn't
so
like
that's okay.
download the video and listen to it and go, "Oh, here's the problem with that." And
Yeah, yeah. So again, it seems like half of this was a system wide. I don't think it was neighborhood wide, but it was certainly a larger area network failure.
right.
So I mean, it's not much we could have done to predict that, but which also means I am really hoping that never happens again. I've taken every step I think I can. I don't know. What can you do? It is, yeah. That's life for you. But yeah, now we've done this. Seems like things are okay. I ran some test streams too, just me. So at least now we know that with both of us and two channels running YouTube and here, seems like both are working well.
Yeah. I'm
Volume
happy
seems
to
to
see
be
that Twitter seems to be streaming better. Me and my brother, we streamed Red Dead the other day through Twitter, and
mm,
it streamed great. In the past, we've had issues with it starting and stopping, but I think they made some changes somewhere. It's making things a little bit better.
fair. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, that's the other thing. Speaking of X, the other hilarious, like just Murphy's Law. That's the thing. We did our first stream, on that Monday, on the day of the X outage. like,
Yes.
so, which I knew about the outage during the day, but I thought it had, for the most part, been sorted out by the time we streamed. So when we started this, we had no idea it wasn't even streaming to X. Like just Murphy's freaking Law. Oh, that was, yeah, good times. We really drew the short straw that day.
I think it's cool. We can always say we started on the day of the big X cyber attack.
Yeah. And you know what? End of the day, the clips, like that's the thing. Anyone watching this now, go on YouTube, check out the clips that we're putting out 2 a week is kind of the goal. Clips from that first interview with David Batterina that we did. Just fun segments, the cover reveal for The Caretaker, the second edition of his debut book. Would check them out. Those clips turned out really well. They're a lot of fun. And
Yep. The newest clip is live as of
yeah,
noon today. We
yeah, I
talk
gotta make a
about
post of that.
absurd world building.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I'm editing right now. I'm editing 2 books right now, and one of them is absurd world building to the max, and it's really funny. I'll give a proper shout out to this author when the time comes when I'm done going through it and they've put it live. But in the meantime, oh, it's fun. Like right now, I'm editing, so it's a very humorous, absurd book on one end, and then I'm doing a grimdark book on the other. It's
Right.
like as big a contrast as you could have. It's honestly, I have to put at least an hour or 2 between editing segments because they're just so radically different. My mind can't take it.
Interesting. That'd be
Yeah.
hard to juggle
It's
those.
fun. It's no like they balance each other out too. So by the end of the day, I feel very satisfied with both, but I need that buffer. If I don't have that buffer, just I can't edit one or the other. It's really funny. Yeah. So
Fantastic.
it's a great challenge. Anyways, yeah. So I think we're good.
I
We'll
think we're
watch
golden, man.
the replay, see how they turned out. But yeah, like I'm happy. I'm pretty satisfied.
Cool. Well, thanks for
Cool.
coming to our test stream, guys.
Yeah.
Tune
Thanks for the
in.
comments.
Tune in next. What? When is it? It's next Thursday.
Tuesday,
Next
the
Tuesday
25th at 8 p.m. Eastern
on
time.
Tim's birthday.
Yeah.
Don't
So be
miss
there
it.
or I'll be really offended.
Bring little gifts of cake and stuff.
Yeah. Don't forget to go on X and pop balloons, on your
Pop this.
desktop.
You can pop them. I thought you just watched them.
On I think on mobile they just flow up. You can't really do anything. On desktop, if you move your mouse over them, they'll pop.
Oh, that's fun. I'll do that
Yeah.
now.
I think I told some people that once and it blew their minds. It's so that one of those hidden little gems. Yeah.
I know if you type in do a barrel roll in Google, it makes your browser flip over.
Yep. Oh, Star Fox 64. The glory days. Yeah. So I love those little Easter eggs. Yeah, I think my record for my record for balloons popped on X is 8. So if you beat that, let me know. I'll be impressed.
It even counts them?
I count them. No, that's just
Oh,
me.
you count them. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have
I
to
move my mouse over
manually
and I'm like,
count. Okay.
yep. It's harder than it sounds. It's really stupid hard to catch
Okay.
them.
I am going to pop in that case all of them.
Brilliant. I will be thoroughly impressed if you pull that off. That's hard mode right there. Go for it. All like 40 or 50 of them. And again, I get 8. 8 is my record.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good way to spend my birthday, hearing people pop balloons. All right. Well, folks, thanks so much for coming. And yeah, have an awesome week.